The Secret of the Whispering Oak. Deep within the heart of the Whispering Woods, where the sunlight dances in dusty stripes, Theron and Soren were exploring. They had spent the morning tracking a rare blue butterfly when they stumbled upon an ancient, gnarled oak tree. Its roots were like giant wooden fingers gripping the earth. Theron noticed something odd, a dark, hollow space tucked right at the base of the trunk. "Look at this," Theron whispered. He reached into his pack and pulled out a small lantern. As the light flickered to life, Milo caught up with them, breathless and excited. The three friends peered into the shadows. Tucked deep inside the hollow was a heavy, blackened iron pot. It didn't look like much, but when the light hit the rim, something inside shimmered with a brilliant, golden glow. The pot was heavier than it looked. Theron and Soren grabbed the rusted iron handles and heaved. They grunted and pulled, their boots sliding in the damp dirt. With one final, mighty tug, the pot slid out of the tree and into the mossy clearing. It was filled to the very brim with heavy, round coins that hummed with a strange, quiet energy. "We're rich!" Milo cheered, jumping up and down. He and Soren sat on a fallen log, staring at the treasure. Soren picked up a coin, turning it over to see the image of a sun engraved on its face. They began to imagine all the things they could buy: a mountain of lemon drops, a fleet of wooden boats for the river, and perhaps even a real telescope to see the stars. Theron looked around the quiet forest. He felt a prickle of unease. "We can't just take it home yet," he said. "People will ask questions. We need to hide it." Milo agreed, and the two of them began gathering armfuls of dry autumn leaves. They piled the golden brown leaves over the iron pot until it looked like nothing more than a small mound on the forest floor. Just as they finished, a low, melodic whistle echoed through the trees. Theron and Soren froze, standing back to back. The forest, which had been so friendly moments ago, now felt full of eyes. The whistle sounded again, closer this time. It wasn't the sound of a bird. It was a tune, ancient and sad, like the wind blowing through a hollow reed. A figure stepped out from behind a silver birch tree. It was Sylvan, the forest keeper. He wore a long cloak made of woven grass and vines that trailed behind him like a living tail. He held a staff of polished wood and looked at Theron with eyes that seemed to have seen 1,000 winters. "The forest has many secrets," Sylvan said softly, "but some are not meant to be kept in pockets." Milo stepped forward, dragging the pot out from under the leaves. He realized then that the gold didn't belong to them. It belonged to the woods. He looked at Sylvan and pushed the heavy pot toward him. "We found it in the oak," Milo said, his voice small but brave. "We thought it was just luck, but I think the tree was guarding it for a reason." Sylvan knelt down and touched the gold. It began to melt away, turning into a shimmering liquid that soaked into the ground. In its place, he held out a small leather pouch. He reached inside and pulled out a single glowing blue seed, placing it into Theron's open palms. "Gold can be spent," Sylvan whispered, "but a gift from the heart can grow forever." Sylvan vanished into the mist, and the boys planted the seed exactly where the pot had been. Instantly, a tiny sapling sprouted, its leaves shimmering like silver coins in the breeze. Soren and Milo watched in awe as the tree hummed the same melody Sylvan had whistled. They didn't have gold in their pockets, but they had a magic that would belong to the forest, and to them for the rest of time.